Hey, you guys, it's Miss Alexander, and today we're working on Module 1, Lesson 8 of Engage in New York. Our objective today is to round multi-digit numbers to any place. That means any place value it's asking, we're going to round it to. Now, make sure we understand the word rounding. It means replacing a number with an approximate value that has a shorter, simpler, or more explicit representation. So the one thing I'm going to link down in my description is this song that I found on YouTube called We Will Round You. It has a great chorus where it's the beat is to We Will Rock You of Queen, and it tells you exactly how to round. So you start off, find your place, look next door, 5 or more, you raise a score, 4 or less, you let it rest, look to the right and put zeros in sight. So this is how we round. And I'm going to use the terms of, is it 5 or more? We're going to raise a score. 4 or less, we let it rest. So make sure you check out the video of We Will Round You. So let's go and see what we have. We always start off with a daily math review. We're going to do multiplication facts of 3s and 4s. And then we're going to write the place value chart from millions to ones. So we're going to start off with numerical form. So we always start off with our ones column. So we'll do 1, 10, 100. Then we do 1,000. Make sure we put in our comma, you guys. Then we have 10,000. And look at how I keep my comma where it's supposed to be. Now we're at 100,000. And then we're at 1,000,000. This is the numerical form. Now we do expanded form. And we're just using just the number 1 for right now. So we have 1 times 1 for our ones. Then 1 times 10, 1 times 100, 1 times 1,000, 1 times 10,000, 1 times 100,000, and yes, 1 times 1,000,000. And then we have to write all this in word form. So notice how I always start off in the ones column, because that's how we teach it, is you always start off the ones column and work your way up. We have ones. Oops. Let's quick undo that. Tens. Hundreds. Thousands. 10 thousands. 100 thousands, and then 1,000,000. I'm just going to move this over just a little bit. And that is how we're doing this place value chart. It's really important we know what the new numerical numbers look like, the expanded form, and the word form. So now we're going to go down to our example. It says complete each statement by rounding the number to a given place value. So right here we have 767,074 rounded to the nearest 100,000s. So I can go right back up here. 100,000s is right here. So I see that I have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So I'm going to highlight my 100,000s because that's the one I'm rounding to. And I'm going to underline the number next to it. Because remember in the song, it says, find your place, look next door. So I found my place. I'm looking next door at 6. I got to figure out, is this 6 where it's 5 or more, raise a score, or is it 4 or less, let it rest? So I know if I'm counting, 6 is more than 5. So I see that it raises its score. So I'm going to take that 7 and it's going to go up by 1 number. So I'm going to write it as 800,000. Because remember, once we figure out if it raises or not, we look to the right and put zeros in sight. So all these numbers after this 7, which becomes an 8, becomes zeros. So let's look at this one. We have 100,000 again. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to highlight my 100,000s because now we have 629,999. And then I'm going to underline the number to the right. Remember, we look next door. So now I see this 2 Is it 2, 5 or more, raise a score, or is it 4 or less, let it rest? And I see that the 2 is 4 or less. So I'm going to come right over here. And because we're letting it rest, it means the 6 doesn't change. So I'm going to do 600,000. Because once I get the 6 knowing it's there, remember I look to the right, put zeros in sight. So every number after the 6 is a 0. And then we get to estimate the difference by rounding each number to the given place value. So we're rounding to the nearest 10,000s. So right now I'm going to highlight my 10,000s, you guys. So we have 712,350 minus 342,802. So I'm going to highlight my 10,000 and I'm going to underline the number to the right. So here we go, you guys. So I have 700. So that 700,000 right there doesn't change. The 7 doesn't. But I need to look to the right. Does a 2 raise a score or does it let it rest? I see that it's 4 or less, so it let it rest. So I'm going to have this 7, the 1, and then I put zeros in sight. So I put 4 zeros. And then I'm going to subtract, and we're going to do the same thing with the 342,802. I'm going to leave the 3 because we don't touch it. Does a 2 tell the 4 to raise, or does it say rest? And I know that 2 is less than 4, so the 4 stays. And then I put my zeros in sight. And now I get to subtract. So I'm going to put my equal sign. So I see that all of these are 0, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and quick put them in. I have 0, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go right back in front. I have 1 subtract 4, and I know I can't do this. So this 7, I'm going to quick cross off. Let me strike it out. And then right here, I'm going to write a 6 next to it. And then this 1 right here becomes 11. Oh, I don't want it that way. Hold on. Let me quick come right over here. We're going to make it 11. 11 minus 4. So I'm going to capture my 4, count up to 11, which gives me 7. So I'll put a 7 here. And then I do 6 minus 3, which is 3. So round to the nearest 10,000. So our answer is approximately 370,000. Remember, while you're doing this, to smile, giggle, and wiggle. If you like this video, please subscribe and give me a like. Any chats or comments, let me know. Have a good day.